This is Alyssa Collins with a breaking news update for Northern High School. The Maryland State Department of Education has decided to allow schools to make the mask mandate optional. Many kids at Northern have already dropped the mask in hopes of slowly returning back to normal. This is Alyssa Collins, WNHS-TV. And now to the desk.
Hello, and welcome to WNHS-TV. I'm Quincy Barber.
And I'm Miracle Coates. Our top story today involves the stories of first-hand racism that students of color have experienced. And later we will be reviewing the new season of Euphoria. Make sure to stay tuned for that.
But for now, Olivia Lee has gathered students who will be sharing their personal experiences on racism.
For centuries, people of color have been fighting for equality as they were discriminated and treated like non-human beings. Even today, we continue to fight for our voices to be heard.
I haven't experienced a monumental event of racism like that I can remember. It's more so been questions, I guess, that were more so out of curiosity, about my culture, hair, clothing, stuff like that.
I have indeed faced racism in real life.
Yeah, it's just kind of everywhere.
Yes, I have experienced racism in real life.
No, not personally, but I know some of my friends have talked to me about stuff they've experienced, but not me personally.
Yeah, I've had slurs being yelled at me just from people that I don't even know.
I experienced it during freshman year. Someone called me a slur, and someone called me another slur in my actually senior year, but the beginning of senior year, and yeah. In Northern High School, so, and they didn't do anything about it, to be honest.
I can't really recall a time, but some question, I'm in Minority Scholars, and some things people in there were talking about were the do-rags people wear around school. They had a problem with it. It was something we brought up, just stuff like that.
First time I experienced racism was during freshman year. Literally my first year here at Northern High School. It was pretty, not traumatic, but I was just that was the first impression I had of this school, especially since this is a white predominantly school. I think I was 11 or 12.
Probably around 7.
Anytime I've ever experienced it or heard someone come to me about it, I personally say something about it, because nothing's going to change if you don't speak up about it. So if we don't take a stand, nothing's going to change. It's just going to be the same.
I was on the bus freshman year, and I hear someone scream, "He has a knife on the bus." And the police apparently had been called as well. I was called to the office. They said, "You have a knife on you." I was like, I don't have a knife on me at all. And I cleared it up, but the fact of the matter is that the kid tried to deny that he had said that I had had a knife on the bus.
If it was inside of school, I tried to talk to administrators about it so other kids didn't have to go through it. And if it was outside of school, I tried to deal with it myself without being too aggressive about it.
I've usually just respond back with something witty just to make them laugh, or just not really pay attention to it because it's not something I want to draw attention to.
Up next, we have Simone Morris in the recent retirement on Shaun White.
An Olympic champion, United States of America.
After participating in 5 Olympic Games and winning 3 gold medals, Shaun White retired from snowboarding. The 35-year-old announced his retirement during a press conference. According to CBS Sports, White is retiring because of lingering back and knee issues.
It's all these things aren't major things that brought me to this conclusion, but they're these little signs of well, I can't ride today because I have this hindrance, or tomorrow, it's this now, it's that now. All these little things adding up.
White is wrapping up a 22-year-long competitive career.
After surviving a heart defect early in his life, he continued to defy the odds. Beginning his professional snowboarding career at the age of 13, he quickly realized he had a knack for the sport. At age 19, he competed in the 2006 Olympics, securing his first gold medal in the halfpipe event. This was just the beginning of a long career, but it didn't come without hardships.
Everything happens for a reason, and I was left with this sort of unfinished business, feeling inside, and kept after it.
Yes, he has! Shaun White takes gold in Pyeongchang.
His perseverance and commitment to keep love for the game is what makes him most inspirational.
He really impacted the snowboarding community because he just inspired everybody to ride the half pipe, even though he's mostly a half pipe rider, even though he rides freestyle too.
White expressed his bittersweet feelings on his departure from the sport. In a Twitter post, the athlete said, quote, "I am beyond humbled and grateful for this beautiful journey. It has been an honor and a privilege. This has been the ride of my life."
It's sad that he retired, he was getting up there in age, and I'm happy he got to do one more Olympics. Sad to see him go.
It's disappointing and sad, but it's exciting to see how far he's come, and he's changed how snowboarding impacts everybody.
Looked at that sunset going down and going, wow, well, next time I'm here, I won't be stressed about learning tricks. I won't be worried about some pending competition, something. I'll just purely be here to enjoy.
Hello, and welcome back to the second installment of Little Bit of Sports, coming to you with the latest news, controversies, and all-around humorous moments in the sporting world. I am still your host, Brandon Little. To start off this installment, we had maybe some of the biggest news in recent sports history, with all-time great NFL legend quarterback Tom Brady retiring from the NFL. Tom Brady spent 22 seasons in the NFL as a quarterback. Washington fans can rejoice as your team finally has a name. On February 2nd, the Washington Commanders were introduced. And I've got to be honest, it could have been better, but it also could have been a lot worse. The MLB announced that the season will be delayed and spring training is being pushed back to at least March 5th. Knowing Rob Manfred, the season is more than likely getting pushed back farther than that, especially with there still being many big free agent names still on the market. Also, legendary Nationals first baseman Ryan Zimmerman retired at the age of 37 after 17 seasons in the MLB. Zimmerman spent every season of his career in D.C., and will always be remembered as one of the greatest players to ever play in the district. The NBA All-Star Game was hosted this past weekend, and many enjoyed it, but others believe that the All-Star Games are pointless, because due to some of the players not putting any effort in. But at least they paid a nice tribute to the legends of the sport with the 75th anniversary team. And in Northern High School news, the track team boys and girls both made it to states, with the girls winning and the boys coming in 6th place, as well as Northern's wrestling team beginning its embark towards regionals and states. That's it for this edition of Little Bit of Sports. Once again, I am your host, Brandon Little. We will see you next time.
Wednesday is Friday, with a high of 51. Thursday is the same, but with a high of 51. Friday is Northern Sunny side with a high of 45. Saturday is cloudy side with a high of 57. Sunday is rain with a high of 72.
Up next, we have Joe Hensley with more on Step Club.
The stomping of Step Club has filled the halls of Northern High. Step Club is a form of dancing that originated from African men working on the railroads.
The whole idea of Step promotes a big community aspect to everything that we do, because we all have to be unified together within our performance. So I really like how it brings people together.
You get to express yourself in a different way other than talking, and you get to bond. In some colleges, the different fraternities and sororities, they incorporate, Step, the Alpha Kappa Alphas, they incorporate Step, the Q Dogs, etc.
My favorite part of Step is just being able to, be with other people and, we all doing the same thing, and it's just fun.
It gets you out of your shyness of not wanting to, mess up or look funny. So, we mess up and look funny together.
I feel like Step is a great opportunity to get to know people a lot better and to build bonds and just to have fun while learning something new if you aren't familiar with it.
I would definitely recommend Step to anyone who's shy and want to get out their comfort zone.
This club is held by Miss Miller in the wrestling room every Friday.
So basically, we talk for a couple minutes, we get to know each other. And then I definitely recommend people joining it because it's a great club. And what we do in Step is basically just learn different Step routines.
This is JoJo Hensley with WNHS-TV.
I found it really interesting how stepping is a big part in African American culture and how amazing the Step Club is.
Yeah, Step Club. Speaking of African American culture, did you see the new episode of Euphoria?
Yes!
With Zendaya? Girl, acting skills on 10.
And now, on to the Euphoria review.
Since season 2 of Euphoria was released, there have been many different opinions on characters, couples, and conflicts. Coming from season 1, we were left wondering how Rue would cope with her addiction and whether Maddie and Nate would last. Now, in season 2, since the truth came out, viewers are left wondering whether Maddie and Nate or Cassie and Nate will be endgame.
I'm Team Maddie because Cassie has been given a lot of chances and she's just not giving.
I think both of them deserve better, but definitely Team Maddie.
Definitely Maddie. I'm not rocking with Cassie. I think she's doing a lot. Like, she gotta chill out on the whole boy crazy thing.
Rue has been attempting to get clean after her mom found out she's been doing drugs again. Viewers are hopeful that her addiction journey will move in a positive direction.
I'm rooting for Rue because she deserves better for herself. She's just in a bad space right now, and I think with better people around her and more of a good support system, she'll be better.
I mean, I am because, like, she's the main character, but, like, at the same time, it doesn't seem like she wants to get better, so.
Over the last few episodes, Fez and Lexi have been getting closer, leading most viewers to ship the couple.
Definitely. Yes. Yes. Yes.
For sure. They're so cute. They're so cute. Love them. Love them.
Of course. Everyone should. Why wouldn't you? They're, like, perfect together.
NHS students were able to make predictions for the next few episodes.
I'm really hoping they find help. I hope she gets sober.
I think somebody's probably going to die. I'm not exactly sure who it is, but there's probably going to be, like, a loss of a character, probably.
I think that we're going to finish watching Lexi's play. Maddie's going to beat up Cassie. And Rue is going to get, better on her sobriety.
The season finale, which came out last Sunday, revealed the rest of Lexi's play, Rue's journey to getting clean again, and fate of the show's favorite couples.
And that's it for this week's show. I'm Quincy Barber.
And I'm Miracle Coates. Remember to follow Northern Journalism on Twitter at NHS Patriot Press to stay updated on all things NHS. That's it for us. Tune in for a brand new edition of WNHS Online. See you then.